We've all played the popular Metroidvania games like Hollow Knight, Blasphemous, Ori, Sekiro.
Oh my goodness!
But wait, I hear you ask. Sekiro isn't a Metroidvania. But what if it was? Nine Souls is a game that frankly didn't get the credit it deserved for how action-packed and insanely fun it really is. I didn't like Hollow Knight half as much as Silksong, for example, because of how many more options you had with your moves or tools the game gave you. So in this video, I'll show you what the game is all about and why I think it's the best Metroidvania of all time. Starting off, you can tell I'm making this video with absolutely zero passion. Oh, I'm excited to play this game, bro. Let's go! Story starts off with our main character hanging off a cliff after losing to some old ass lady and gets some nice piece of animation from the devs shortly after. Eventually, the game cuts to us smoking that good shit before some kid interrupts us. He ends up telling us to follow him to get a good meal in, which is very nice. I slowly start learning the basics of any Metroidvania ever, like jumping, slashing, and even dashing. Yes, you can dash from the start of the game, unlike some games. Then the kid ends up asking us to climb all the way up for a flower he needs for some special ritual he was chosen for. The citizens in this city believe that there are gods watching over them called the Nine Souls. Each of these souls come from a race called Solarians. They're actually completely normal people. They don't differ from humans at all, aside from appearances. We also find out what their motives are later in the video. They all look so weird. Jesus! It's an old ass granny behind the mask. Our main character is a Solarian too. However, there is one thing that this village got wrong. There aren't actually 9 souls, there are 10 of them. And one of those souls fell from their position early. That kid's talking to him right now. After the kid got his little flower, he's ready for the ritual he was specifically chosen for. Not gonna lie, this shit looks deadly. I wouldn't wanna be in one. What? That guy just died. There's no way, bro. He just died. Shortly after 2 NPCs died, the little kid's turn is next, and I'm not gonna lie, I already don't want this Sean guy to die. Don't let him go to heaven, bro. And not letting him go to heaven we do. This is also where we learn one of the most important mechanics in the game, and that's dropping talismans on things and people. But Blue, Sekiro doesn't have talismans like that. Fuck you, this is Sekiro but better. After all that drama, we descend down into the actual world. Cyberpunk looking facility. This looks nice. The HUD looks nice. Finally, after a whole lot of yapping, we finally see why everyone calls it the Sekiro of Metroidvanias. Our goal is very simple. We just have to put the 9 souls to sleep permanently for the keys each of them have, so we can save everyone on the planet and have a happy ending everyone wishes for. For now though, we just have to kill everything we see. Nice. Also, the reason why there are people chosen for the ritual is also something you'll find out later in the video. So stick around and I'll show you why liking and subscribing is the best way to get fun and interesting games on your radar. Later on we get introduced to Crimson attacks. These are attacks you cannot parry, you can only avoid them by dashing out of the way. Or so you'd think. Later in the game we will get more ways of countering these Crimson attacks, but that's something that will come by later. Hack. Oh. There's some Helldiver stuff. Shortly after discovering this new mechanic, we find one of our first bonfires called Root Nodes. Honestly, I'm a bit of a dumbass, so I just keep calling them bonfires no matter what. Finally, we come to our first boss. Holy Aura Form. I'm sorry, bro. Please don't kill me. Red Tiger Elite. Okay, bro. I low-key made short work of this Red Tiger Elite cornball. Easy. The important thing is that this Tiger Elite was guarding a huge network of the ancient vines or whatever it's called. And the game also lets us charge a butterfly we had since the start of the game. This lets us hack all sorts of mechanisms remotely, which means this game now has puzzles. I fucking hate puzzles. More importantly though, we now have a main area like the Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 3. The bonfire at our safe zone has been smoking something though, and now we're being sucked into it like some weird tentacle show. Am I dying? Thankfully, this is just the game's way of showing us a new skill or mechanic that we gain from now on. Who the fuck? Yo, get those stinky toes out my face. Further up ahead is another bonfire that gives me a skill that allows me to parry the air to jump an additional time. And remember crimson attacks? Yeah, you can parry thrusting attacks when you do this. Crimson thrusting attacks. Think of it as a Mikiri counter from Sekiro. I know I got a jelly screen. I guess I'll just go fucking heal. Man. I don't need this, but I guess. Huh? Watching a jelly screen can't be interesting. That is not normal. Yo! 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 That thing is built like a behemoth. What do you mean, bro? How am I supposed to beat that? What? Oh, come on. No! Wait, did I grab my souls? I didn't grab my souls! No! It was pushing me in the fucking net. He fucking killed himself. Yo, valid strat. On my way to the first soul boss, the game gives us a little lore of our main character. Turns out, the girl at the start is his sister, one that he actually enjoys spending time with, although she's high-key kinda stupid. He often explains complicated stuff the average person wouldn't know, and even if she won't remember it, she's still happy to hear what he has to say and spend time with her brother. After that piece of lore, we are now at the door of the first soul. This soul's name is Kwafu. Since he's a craftsman and a bit of a fairy, it's not the one that's gonna fight you. It's gonna be a robot of his. GG's. After we beat his robot, we meet him face to face and find out that he's not really all that of the other souls. We find out more about that in something the game calls a soulscape. Think of it as a VR headset for your whole body, that you can create anything in there. And I mean anything. And that same headset also holds your memories. Kwafu is a kid who left his hometown to join the souls in pursuit of inventing new technology and making life back at his hometown better. While he's there, he meets our main character who wants the exact same thing as he does. They bond over their goals more with any other soul in the circle and quickly become best friends. His research becomes a massive success, making people respect him and look up to him for his inventions. Our main character himself convinces him to not go to his hometown just yet and stay around to help the entirety of Solarians instead of only his hometown, to which he agrees. In the end, he vowed he'll be with DMC until they can fix all the problems Solarius ever had, all the way until his dying breath. First key of the 9, 8 more to go. More importantly though, this fairy now gives us upgrades and now also a whole ass bow to our arsenal. You know how much I hate hacking, so I took a small break after that one puzzle. Alright, let us continue. Shortly after, we get caged by the next soul we'll be fighting. Gomang. What the hell? Who's this bird bitch? She also brought 2 slaves along with her. Now I know some of you furries would want to be in the same position as those 2 no matter what she does to you. But please remember this is a 500-year-old grandma at least. After a little chat with Gomang, we get knocked to the bottom of some acid forest looking facility and we unlock the ability to do heavy attacks. This is mostly used to break shields around people. You could try using it as your main source of damage, but I'm not a maniac who would dare try this. After a horrendously insane amount of platforming, jumping, and... Oscos?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that to you, Pookie Bear, but it's just...
Oh god.
Sometimes you make Daddy so angry.
We find a fat hobo in the middle of nowhere. So naturally, we give him something poisonous for him to eat. For some reason, this hobo is practically immune to poison and can make drinks that increase our maximum HP just by giving him some random poisonous food. Finally, we come to Gomang's doorstep once again, and tell me why both of our slaves are literally mugging the shit out of us. Because what is that jawline, brother? The boss fight is a little different from the one so far, because we have to kill one or both of our slaves to force her to come out and revive them, which lets us beat the slavery back into her.
You what?
Like, I'm not racist, but this is pretty ironic. Am I right or am I right? The boss fight also wasn't too hard of a fight, and we turned her into a slave herself. My joke did not age well. Gomang was an abandoned child, starving and wishing to make something of her life. She later discovered the same council Kwafu joined earlier and was given an opportunity to realize her dreams. I'm not too sure about this one, but I believe she made her own biological species to help her farm resources for everybody. She ended up using similar technology on 2 soldiers to keep them alive forever, so they can protect her whenever something bad happens. In the end, she did exactly what she wanted to do. That is to provide food for others, but in exchange, they gave up their freedom for survival. Two out of 9, 7 more to go. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't half as touching as fucking Kwafu. I'm not gonna lie. On my way to the next boss, I got stuck in some infinite corridor. Fuck. Yo, what is that? Okay. Oh. I'm dead. Okay. I safely ignored it and stumbled into the next soul. What was his name again? Yan Lao. Yeah, whatever that meant. Also, I think he might be a predator. Stop watching me, you fat old geezer. Damn. After a lot more platforming, we unlock the ability to dash in the air. And we arrive at the worst place of all time. It's not the worst in the sense of a bad game design. It's the worst in the sense of me being too fucking stupid to platform here. I swear to God, I hate these boxes of all my life. I lost my goddamn mind trying to get through this area. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, bro. What was that? Like, my God, bro. Are we ready to proceed? Yes, we are, buddy, and we're fucking dead,
Hey,
bro.
Please, me, I need this.
No.
My mom is kind of homeless.
But I got to fight in my own Titan, so it's all cool. After all that bullshit, we finally come face to face with Yan Lao. I hate these names, bro. And all he does is yap our ear off just so he can summon some blue alien thing that we piece up in less than a minute. Yan Lao started panicking and decided to make a whole ass sniper rifle just to hunt us down and proceeded to slime out our Titan. Bro, this part of the fight is just playing cat and mouse with him, forcing him to break blocks and let us hack pedestals to get closer and closer to him. But before we do that, we finally come home to visit Xuan and give him all the random bullshit we have for him. I don't remember when I got him a VR headset and a chessboard, but whatever makes Xuan happy, bro. I fucking forgot the whole reason I was there. I was going to fucking... Right. I was gonna give the hobo some poison to gobble on. Right. And now, with all this health we don't need, we're on our way to fight Yan Lao for real. Since he is still an old predator, he won't be fighting us personally as well. He decided to make a whole ass claw just to fight us again. How many more goofy ass shit is he gonna make? Shit got a little difficult at the end, but it's nothing your homeboy couldn't handle. No! After we pounded the shit out of his claw, pause again, we hack it and blow a hole, pause again, through his wall. And coincidentally, he just fucking dies of old age. Another soul dead means another soul escape. Let's see what this one has to show. Yan Lao is a kid raised by a single father. He was very adamant on keeping treasures and other items stored somewhere for safekeeping, believing traditions important above all else. Yan Lao himself doesn't really care much about them. Despite that, he keeps them safe and protected for his father's sake. Because of all the knowledge he has on the treasures his father left him with, he gained a place in the council, becoming one of the souls himself. After that, his achievement got far into his head and came back to honor his father's death after his legacy gave him success. In the end, he exploited his ancestors' treasures to reach newer heights and build fame among his people. And over time, his history was wiped away for personal gain. 3 souls down, 6 more to go.
Bruh.
Literally a second after this story, the fourth soul called me straight up and wagered me into a 1v1. Shit looked kinda sketchy, so I accepted. He started powering up like some Super Saiyan, but it couldn't be too bad. He whooped my ass. He tore my cheeks apart and made sure I couldn't sit again. He took all my shit and whooped me more until I'm close to dying. Just let me there, bro. This game that has turned into a stealth mission. Can't dodge? And there's some Maharaga looking dude with a wheel in his hand. I'm not making out of this shit alive. It's not even a small area too, bro. It definitely took a while. He's here! He's here! There's 3 people. No! Let's just geek out a little bit. Let's just geek out. Life is good, life is good. But after a lot of suffering, we finally made it out and got our sweet, sweet revenge on him. Yeah, bro, okay. We stumble upon a weird looking tied up dog. Tell me how this couldn't be their fucking stress relief, bro. Why does the gag have a hole? And why is he asking us to kill him? Call me crazy, but this poor doggo has seen some shit. All this suffering was worth it because we got another upgrade. We can now charge our parry to parry any kind of attack. And that includes all crimson attacks. We collecting these upgrades like the infinity stones, bro. Later, I was on my way back to the start of the game because Schwan was worried talking about my village is in danger. Like I really care. And tell me why there is an insanely long route just to get back to the start of the game. Coming back to the start, you can now see that the natural environment is completely fake. Remember when I said I'd tell you later why these people get executed? Yo, I see flying like that. Well, we're almost there. And I kind of realized I didn't show you guys raw gameplay of how the game is like around the mid game. If you don't really care and just want more of my yapping, skip to this timestamp and I'll get you more of my bullshit. After having you watch me fight Raw, pause, we end up fighting the villagers that got attacked. They start talking about thank you for saving us. Like I really fucking care. And we go straight to taking revenge on that soul. Yo, you cover up, brother! Nah, this is some fuck shit. Hitting the fucking shot pose as well. All in all, his area wasn't too bad. I didn't like it for any particular reason. Welcome to Auschwitz! And it's not because I have a German girlfriend, okay?
Yes. Let him burn, let him burn.
Let him shrivel up and burn. And we're already fighting another soul. Out of all the souls, Y is the one who's actually built for fighting the freakiest one. Anyway, we tampered with his Super Saiyan shit, so he's coughing all over. Easy peasy, light work. Let's see his soulscape. Jie Quan? Jie Quan? Jie Quan was a kid in a powerful lineage where his father managed to bring honor to his empire, inspired by his father. Inspired by his father, he vowed to become just like him. Just like your average protagonist, he gets his shit beaten by bullies and gets told he can't become like his father. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, none of these soulscapes seem emotional at all anymore. Let's just throw a ball at it. Wee kid gets angry and starts doing steroids. He's no longer natty and he's happy about it. Commits huge human trafficking for more steroids. Wee kid becomes strong kid, rules over empire. You got that? You got that. Let's keep going. 4 souls done, 5 more to go. After I messed around in the safe zone a bit, my ChatGPT ball told... Why is this so hard to say? My ChatGPT ball told me there is somebody trying to hack our firewall. Naturally, I decided to give this Indian hacker a piece of my mind. We can go on and do the... What the hell? Now, I'm no Indian, but I'm pretty sure that's not how they greet newcomers. There is usually more gift cards involved. Turns out this is the soulscape of another soul. Why the hell is a soul chilling in their dreamscape? Thank God our character isn't that crazy either. Yo! What the fuck? Shortly after skinny dipping with the soul, we end up platforming and platforming, 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 and platforming. Until we go so far that the whole soulscape just glitches the fuck out. Damn right it glitched. Do you have any idea how long I've been platforming? I might go crazy myself at this point. The scape glitched so hard that we get her story before we even fight her. And honestly for good reason. Remember when I said we're almost to the point where I explain why humans are here for? I've got great news for you, bro. 1 more minute. Lady Ethereal is the creator of the soulscape. She wanted to make a system where people could sleep through any crisis that could happen and won't have to worry about eating or drinking or Wait, that's it? So, okay, small boss fight. Eat this! Eat it! Okay, bro. And we're back. An easy boss fight. Turns out the soulscape was a success. People dreamed nicely, they didn't have to eat or drink almost at all, and life was good. Are we fucking kidding? The recording me got a little pissed off too, so I decided to finally hit a woman. And she kinda crashed out a little. Must have been on her period, judging from all the blood. At least we see the rest of her fucking story. Turns out the soulscape was a little too good, and it made real life seem like a pretty bad place. Everyone who entered the soulscape wanted to stay there, and were a little mad if they couldn't. Lady Ethereal did what she was asked to do, so she said she'll use this version of the soulscape from now on, even though she didn't want to. And we're out. Now the big question is, what kind of supercomputer would you need to be able to hold so many people at once? The easiest way to store a brain is to use another brain, and that's where humans come in. Take a look at a cat's brain, for example. Now look at a human's brain. Human brain big, yes? Big brain means big storage, means good computer, means peak computing power. I'm pretty sure this is not how it works in real life, or else my brother would have turned me into a supercomputer by now. So let's thank God we didn't advance this far yet. And if you're wondering what's done with the body of the humans, they're turned into honey butter steak for the Saladians to munch on. Hey man, that's how life works, what can I say? We still need that key from the soul, so we go back in to finally beat this shit out of it. If I had to choose one boss that I love the most, it's definitely this one. I am a sucker for anything related to summoning and will always gravitate towards them. I just like having an army, bro, but I don't like standing there doing nothing. That's why I like summoners like the Witch from Path of Exile 2, Spirit Ashes from Elden Ring, specific Warframes, Megumi, Roblox Megumi. Wow. You get the idea. This boss is no different, but the main thing that stands out is her music. And just to honor the boss's design, I'll leave one more raw clip for you to watch. Timestamps on the screen as usual. Absolute cinema. But we're not done yet. Have you wondered throughout this video how the main character even got his powers? Turns out that his sister is actually gifted with some natural energy called Tao. The main character was experimenting with Tao, and it's also what his butterfly was made of. Matter of fact, we get to see it literally being made. His sister was kind of saying that something isn't going right here, to which he disagreed with. He turns on the machine, and to no one's surprise, the experiment goes wrong. His sister was fine, but the same couldn't have been said for us. So we were laying there at death's door, close to calling it quits. Until our sister managed to save us by complete accident. Absolute fucking cinema yet again. And just like that, we got 5 souls out of 9, 4 more to go. We come back home and get the double jump ability. Believe it or not, that shit lets you jump twice, bro. Fucking hell! Let's get some upgrades in. We've been without an upgrade for such a long time. What's the drawing at the background, bro? Like, thanks to the double jump, we can now enter a temple I found a long time ago, and we find this twink. You guessed it, it's another fucking soul. Why do these guys pull up after seeing everyone else die? Like, there's no way you see a warlord die and then some twink says, "I got this!" Not gonna lie, this place really has nothing special to mention. The only good thing I found was me going insane for somebody's healing. Ha, healing. Ha, ha. And sneezing. Uh-oh. This is why I wanted to ask you guys for help. Believe it or not, I'm low-key not the best at finding ideas, and so I want you guys to let me know in the comments if I should stream the upcoming games I want to make a video over. You could be the next clip that makes people laugh the same way I try to make you laugh. So if you think it's a good idea, let your voice out and I'll listen to the feedback you guys give me. This is off script. I'm gonna read through all of them. I'm gonna fucking do it. Even if this shit gets like 20 views, if one guy comments, I'm gonna answer, bro. The fight actually had a cool gimmick. Oh. Sometimes he would spin a divination that we can help choose for him, like a nice healing boost or a literal fucking black hole. All in all, great fight, 9 out of 10. Now on to his story. G is a guy who was blessed with immortality, the same way our character has. The only difference is, his immortality comes from not aging rather than not being able to die. Some random guy killed himself for him, don't ask me why, I genuinely don't know. And he also apparently knew the guy who invented the use of Tao. Yeah, this guy taught everyone how to use Tao. He got brought into the council so that his immortality could be studied and developed into something everyone can use. I'm guessing the reason he's a soul is because he's got powers and shit. I don't know. 6 souls down. Only 3 more to go. It feels like the end is a lot more compact in a good way. I genuinely enjoyed the last few hours the most since there wasn't half as much platforming as the rest. Hopefully we will find a bonfire right about now. Oh. Nice. After getting a little further in the area, I start finding a lot of these pink human looking things. Turns out this pink stuff is actually a virus that cannot be destroyed. The next soul boss is gonna be insanely hard though. Like that ass unbeatable. Oh, I guess it's just lying here. Hey, don't mind if I do, I guess. After taking a few steps though, we finally come to the actual soul boss. There are 2 of them here, which makes a lot more sense now. One of them is infected by the virus. This shit's gonna be easy. Oh my! Fighting them both was awesome, in all honesty. They both complemented each other well, and it was just a fun fight. Like, what else can I say? Awesome fight, 9.5 out of 10. This is the worst variant of Goemon though. I mean, look at their jawline, and look at his, bro. Now, I really want to make the final souls look awesome, but this story is boring, bro. It's literally just 2 siblings dancing for a party forever, and one of them just got sick very badly, and they used the virus to keep him alive. That's basically it. Either way, that's 8 souls done. only one more to go. After picking up a special chemical thingy stuff thingamajig, we descend down into the lab of the final soul in the island. And she's not here as well. Yo, why the fuck is this so easy? She didn't even use the soulscape either. I don't know if this bitch slacking or doing too much work out there. Never fucking mind. She's here and she seems chill. Never mind again. She took all of my keys on top of that and left me here. I'm getting flashbacks, man. But it's fine. With all the powers I obtained and the souls I obliterated, I managed to get out of the soulscape and go straight haywire on everything that is in my path to that motherfucker. Once I come back home, however, the place ends up looking absolutely trashed. At least Xuan is still alive, bro. And from what I can hear, the final soul is chilling at the top of the ancient vine area. Thankfully, there is no more platforming. Just me and the soul that taught the main character and killed him at the start of the game. We get one more rematch, and if we win, we save the island from the worst that could come. Just like that, all the souls are dead, use their keys, and use almost all the power on the island to teleport to the right into an old planet the humans used to live in before getting captured. And after a few years, humans become a part of the society, everything started going back to normal. Thank you. everyone who watched until the very end. I appreciate you spending half an hour watching some student spend a month working on a video game he played before. Whether the video does well or not, I promise I will make more content like this and other ways you enjoy. If you have any ideas for me, feel free to share them to me, and I'll see you in the next underrated game. See ya, bro.